We extend our greetings to all individuals in the name of the Divine Spirit, Jehovah, who is the creator of all things and holds all peoples in his possession. The Great Spirit has selected Justice Ephraim as our host for this program that we are introducing, Incidences Time. He has been divinely appointed to impart spiritual education to the inhabitants of the world through this medium. We thought that before we start publishing new videos on this channel, it would be appropriate to briefly introduce you to our channel. This will guarantee that you fully comprehend our mission and the outcomes that can be expected from the presentation. Incidences Time is a period during which people from all over the globe are invited to share their personal stories. We examine those narratives from a spiritual perspective rather than solely from a physical standpoint, in order to ascertain the root cause of their difficulties or the ongoing challenges they are currently facing in their daily lives. The challenges faced by these individuals are attributed to the routine activities they routinely engage in, which result in the arduous encounters they encounter. This is attributed to the fact that a significant number of individuals have not acquired the ability to examine their narratives from a spiritual perspective, which would reveal the truth behind their challenges and ultimately alleviate those discomforts, as they have acquired the necessary knowledge to effectively address those issues. The sole regrettable aspect of individuals sharing their personal narratives is that a significant number of individuals hold the belief that sharing their narratives with others holds no greater significance in their lives. Therefore, they refrain from sharing their stories, thereby denying others the chance to acquire knowledge that can enhance their spiritual and physical well-being, and thereby avoiding any potential pitfalls. This story is not intended to be used to encourage or display pity towards individuals, suggesting that everything will be alright and therefore they should persevere. No, this is not the type of activity we engage in on this particular program. We, as a part of this program, would prefer to utilize those narratives to conduct a spiritual inquiry into the possibility that the individual may have deviated from the will of the Father by pursuing a different course, resulting in the creation of those stories and the subsequent experiences and pain they endure. The majority of individuals ought to have inquired, what would be the outcome of my life if I had chosen a different course of action compared to the one I am currently pursuing? The thought of taking an alternative path, which hasn't been taken yet, but is still being considered, in order to equally experience its effects that differ from those of the old road, becomes an attempt in the individual's heart to take that path and see how things will work differently. Nonetheless, does the majority of individuals even acknowledge that they are traversing the opposite direction of light, descending towards the depths of perilous situations of various kinds? When deliberating on the choices an individual may have made that are in opposition to the Father's will for them, the inquiry arises once more: how can they discern their deviation and recognize that their unfavorable experiences may be a consequence of their strained relationship with the Father? The relationship between them and the Father can only be characterized in this manner, irrespective of whether the Creator is their primary focus to honor, or if other matters have taken hold of their thoughts. In such a scenario, a multitude of such stories and their unpleasant experiences are intended to be encountered due to the absence of a connection between them and the Creator in the majority of circumstances. Is it not true that they are traveling on a path that He has not recommended for them, and, as a result, their experiences serve as a warning signal to reconnect them with the Creator? Nevertheless, how many individuals can claim that they heeded the warning in those circumstances and redirected their path towards the path of light? It will serve as a source of motivation for others to contemplate their own shortcomings and reminisce on their daily encounters and irritations, which arise as a result of numerous unanticipated and repeated actions that possess the potential to attract only the negative. This show will bring together a substantial number of people who will recognize the unavoidable fact that telling stories can be a powerful tool for bringing about a positive change in someone else's life, and a solid foundation for establishing a healthy bond with their Father, if they comprehend the spiritual and physical aspects of their stories. Subsequently, they will also acknowledge that they have previously viewed their challenges through a physical lens, but have now permitted them to be interpreted as dreams from a spiritual perspective. In this particular instance, they will discover for themselves that the spiritual governs the material realm, and they will discover the preciseness of the interpretation regarding their circumstances and the insights they have gleaned from the tales they have heard. The significance of this statement on this program is that we will be presenting every story on the spiritual platter, as this is the sole means of addressing issues that divert people's attention from the Lord, Jehovah, resulting in a plethora of problems. Another significant factor to consider in this particular scenario is that we also allow individuals to express their dreams, which they may find challenging to comprehend due to their lack of appropriate interpretation. In the name of Jehovah, we shall interpret such dreams as the one who provides insight into the significance of dreams and visions, which he has bestowed on us, is the source of our inspiration and knowledge. He divulges secrets that are beyond the comprehension of materialistic individuals, and he has revealed their authentic and unadulterated meanings and interpretations to his chosen. Hence, it is now appropriate for any individual to express their personal narratives and dreams to the world and gain insight into the spiritual dimensions they have not yet contemplated by relating their stories, without any obligation. If you reside in proximity to our studio, we would be delighted to have you in our studio for a one-on-one conversation. Our online video conferencing platform will be able to accommodate those who reside in remote locations, regardless of their location. Together, we can engage in a discussion regarding your narrative and decode the underlying mysteries within it. Who can challenge the Eternal Father's decision, whose name is Jehovah? We should seize the opportunity to gain knowledge from our shortcomings, which will be revealed in these narratives, and eliminate the need to justify ourselves. This will enable us to develop our spirituality and acknowledge the Creator as the sole source of existence, whom all must venerate in their righteousness, as all have committed wrongdoing and some are seeking forgiveness. It is our highest desire to see that the heartbeat of all individuals be transformed into a return to the Lord of Spirits, whose judgment against the unrighteous is dreadful. It is crucial that all individuals wear the garment of purity and possess a mind filled with boldness and courage to proclaim the greatness of the King through their stories. Furthermore, it is imperative that they acknowledge that they bear the responsibility for their shortcomings and stress, rather than placing blame on the Almighty, whom they have repeatedly shunned. It is necessary that individuals acknowledge that the Lord is right and mortals are simply wrong. Only those who possess genuine wisdom will comprehend the truths that will be revealed on the show, and vouch for the one who created them with utmost devotion. Kindly do not hesitate to enroll in this show and become a participant. You might have been the individual who rescued someone from the abyss by allowing us to conduct a spiritual analysis of your story. Furthermore, you have brought them to the light of truth and exhibited courage and perseverance in righteousness, revealing the buried truths of your story that have received a spiritual interpretation. If you have inquiries regarding any of the episodes, kindly do not hesitate to reach out to us via email or by submitting a letter to our address, which can be found on our website at www.godiscomingoutbiginhisworld.com. It is imperative to engage in activities that are deemed worthy and can endure the test of time, and refrain from engaging in any other pursuits that lack a spiritual connection to them. We express our gratitude to Jehovah, may his name be blessed, for your unwavering attention. Consequently, you will have the opportunity to encounter the host more frequently, and he will receive a significant number of inquiries and concerns from you and respond to them accordingly. one may subscribe to this show at this time and will be notified promptly upon the publication of the videos. May the Divine Spirit, Jehovah, serve as your guide and lead you towards the path of illumination, truth, joy, and spiritual fulfillment. Let it be according to the will of the Almighty.